It's January 29th, 2024, which means football's only about 7 months away. So why not? Let's take a peek at this schedule and see what we come up with for this year. Happy Monday. Thanks for tuning in with me. My name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. Like always, thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to this channel. Lots more content coming. I'm always going to tell you that. There is a lot of content coming. South Carolina recap coming tomorrow night. Just dropped that preview just a few minutes ago, actually. So if you're a basketball fan, make sure you check that out. Broke down a lot of things about that game. Got stuff with baseball coming this week as well. Of course, they announced today 3 balls, Beam, Amick, Christian Moore, all preseason All-Americans according to D1 Baseball. Baseball America ranked the baseball team number 8 in their preseason poll today as well. And then it's on full gear right now. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Let's talk some football today. 7 months out, pretty much. Tennessee takes the field against Chattanooga. I've seen talk because North Carolina State moved their opening night game to Thursday night. I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee does the same thing because we know they don't want to have a little one-upsmanship on it. So I could possibly see Tennessee moving that up a couple days because as of right now, of course, that game's scheduled for August 31st. It could easily get moved up to the 29th. But I want to take a look at the schedule. And again, it's obviously, as you know, way too early looking at it. But there's just, I like a lot of things about this team coming back. And they keep having announcements. Like you just had Spraggins announce he's coming back. It's official. Elijah Simmons announced he's coming back. I apologize. It's sinus issues right now. But there's a lot of things I like about this team. And I like this schedule this year. It's not every year the schedule looks that good. So I'm going to kind of go through the schedule. And I'm going to break this thing down a little bit. So we're just going to kind of see here. So I'm looking more at 2024. Here we go. Let's share this screen up. So, of course, that opening game against Chattanooga right now is scheduled for August 31st. I like Tennessee big in that one. The second game should be an interesting game. North Carolina State in Charlotte, Bank of America Stadium. Of course, NC State picked up Grayson McCall, quarterback transfer from Coastal Carolina. They picked up some other good players as well. This could be an interesting game. I think North Carolina State, they're a decent football team. They're going to bring some offense with McCall, with other guys they picked up. But I think Tennessee has more talent in this game. And just looking at Tennessee's football team, of course, you got Nico, and we saw enough out of him in that opener, or his opening start against Iowa in the Citrus Bowl. And was he perfect? No, he wasn't. But were there signs of what he could do? Absolutely. And that line that blocked for him on that day, that's not the line that's going to be blocking for him come August, come September. I mean, most of that line was out that day. You had Cooper Mays and pretty much the rest of the guys. I think Jackson Lampley has a good shot starting at left guard. But my too early prediction on that line, you get Lance Hurd to transfer from LSU, Lampley at left guard, Cooper Mays at center, Spraggins at right guard, John Campbell at right tackle. That's a pretty good offensive line. And the key is going to be, does Glenn Ellerbe, how much does he develop these guys coming in? You've got your freshmen. It was a good freshman class coming in. You've got your guys coming back who've been in the program a little bit as well, like a Vyson Ling, like a Umarov, who have a chance that need to take that next step as well. Can a Bennett Warren come in ready to go top 100 recruit? They just signed out of Texas. I like Tennessee in that game to go to 2-0. Kent State coming in September 14th. I like Tennessee to go 3-0. Then, North Carolina State will be a test, but at Oklahoma, and of course, Tennessee's kryptonite, their Achilles the last few years since Heupel's been there's road games. I like Tennessee in this game, though. At some point, they've got to get over this hump. At some point, they've got to get over this hump. Tennessee should have a lights out offense this year, and I really have high expectations for that defense to improve. A lot of your main guys on the line are back. I mean, it hurts to lose Tyler Barron, but I think you get Josephs, you get Caleb Herring, you're going to get Weathersby back this year, who had a lot of potential coming in. You get Pilley back at linebacker, Arion Carter, who another year should be big. Lots of questions in the secondary, but I mean, this secondary has been talked about for a few years, just people kind of questioning that. I like the talent, and I don't think it's any coincidence that they're turning it over to these younger guys, that they didn't pay these guys that money they wanted to stay. I just don't think that's a coincidence. So I think this will be a game Tennessee's going to have to score some points, but the one thing I like about it, Oklahoma's not known for defense. They're just not. And what's their offense going to look like? Because Jeff Lebby left to take over Mississippi State. So is Venables going to, continue to improve that defense? We'll see. On it, have to think he will, but where do they go on offense? What's their offense going to look like? I like Tennessee to get over that hump in Norman on September 21st. See, they get an off week, and then they're Arkansas at Fayetteville. I just feel like this Arkansas program's in a tailspin right now. KJ Jefferson left. Again, I think this is another game that's very winnable. I think Tennessee should go on the road and win this game. That's going to make them 5-0. And keep in mind, maybe I'm being ambitious with these picks right now. Florida comes in Knoxville, October 12th. Florida's got Graham Mertz back at quarterback. He's not that good. I mean, he's solid, I guess, at best, but this was not a good football team this year. It was not a team Tennessee should have went down and lost to. And I just feel things are different. This year. A lot of it was due to quarterback. Anybody can say what they want. Yeah, Milton had his moments. I still have to question why it wasn't turned over to Nico. I still got to wonder that. There's positions I wonder why other guys weren't given chances. I feel this is one where Nico's going to go out and take over. Tennessee's going to win this game, go to 6-0. Next week, Alabama comes back to Knoxville. Kalen DeBoer, head coach. It's not Nick Saban. Alabama had a lot of transfers. I like Tennessee going 7-0 in this one. I like Tennessee to go to 7-0 in this one. Alabama's going to have talent. They're not as good, though. They're just not. They're going to take a step back. How much of what, I don't know. DeBoer's a good coach. But I definitely think they take a step back. Kentucky coming to Knoxville November 2nd, so another week off in between. I think Kentucky's made some good additions this offseason. They picked up some good transfers. I still like Tennessee in this one. Mississippi State comes to Knoxville November 9th. That's a team, Lebby. I'm curious to see their offense, what it'll look like. You got to think it'll be a better offense. He's notoriously a pretty good offensive coordinator. It's in Knoxville, Neyland Stadium. I like Tennessee in this one as well. Here's where I finally had to go against them. Georgia's probably going to come in ranked number 1 next year. Georgia's going to come in on a mission next year. It's in Athens. This is one I've got to see Tennessee beat them before I pick them against Georgia, just due to the talent discrepancy with what Georgia's done. Yeah, Georgia loses guys in the portal, but they just reload more or less, more than anything. And of course, they have their own portal additions as well. Georgia's going to be hard to beat again next year. Carson Beck's coming back. So I can't go Tennessee in this game. I just can't. So we're 9-1 at this point. Texas El Paso comes in November 23rd in Knoxville. I like Tennessee in that one. And then, of course, against Vanderbilt, it's our state. Tennessee ends the season 11-1 is my way too early prediction. I can't remember off the top of my head if they're breaking. I'm thinking that conference divisions are gone after this year. Feel free to correct me on this if you want. Tennessee will make the playoff next year. Some of these predictions about them not. No, this is a team that should be high-powered on offense. This is a team that should have a good defense. Obviously injuries can play a part in that, but I like the Tennessee team to go 11-1. I'm not saying national championship or any conference championship, nothing like that. They got to go through Georgia. Unfortunately, Georgia's in the conference. Georgia's on the road. But I like it. I feel it'll be a good year. I reserve the right to change my prediction as of right now, and I give my reasons. I think it's going to be a good offensive line. I expect Nico to do a good job. They're going to have a lot of firepower at running back. They should have a lot of firepower at wide receiver with Brew coming back, Brazel from Tulane, Dante Thornton coming back. He's just starting to get better. You bring in Mike Matthews, bring in Braylon Staley, plus other guys you got to take that next step as well. They added Holden Stays from Notre Dame at tight end. I think his offense has got a ton of potential. You saw how fast it moved in that bowl game. There wasn't a lot of hiccups as far as how fast it moved. That's only going to increase. It's only going to amplify with Nico. And there's defense again. I like those opportunities. So we'll see. Feel free to agree with me, disagree with me, all you want in the comments. I hope you'll leave me some feedback on that. But like I said, South Carolina, Tennessee preview dropped just not too long ago. Recap coming tomorrow night after the game, and then there'll be more stuff throughout the week. But as always, guys, happy Monday. My name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. Thank you for tuning in. Go Vols.
Everyone rejects me, even in my best dreams.